The history of the idiom fell off the wagon. I think it started with on the water cart. So around the late 1800s, there was a prevalence of these horse-drawn carts that had big water tanks on them, and they would use them commonly in cities. Back then, late 1800s, the roads were dirt, and in the summertime in a lot of these cities, it would be really hot, so there'd be lots of dust. So these horse-drawn or mule-drawn water carts would, put water to dampen these dirt roads and thus mitigate the dust. And so there's a bunch of theories on how exactly it happened, but one of them is that, around this same time, long before Prohibition, there was like a temperance movement, and there was this, the League of the Anti-Saloon, where they would have members pledge their eternal sobriety as a form of self-improvement and improving their character, as well as to set a good example. A lot of it was based on, sin and redemption. A lot of it was, had religious undertones, and back then, much of the stuff was like that. And so what they would also do was these people that were going to these anti-saloon clubs, they'd say things like, I'm thirsty indeed. Although I'm thirsty indeed, I'd rather jump aboard the water cart and take a drink than accept a stiff drink. Another theory is that people that had committed to sobriety ride on top of wagons through town for the whole town to see, thus committing their pledge to sobriety. And so, it's not like falling off the wagon is you're so drunk and you're riding in a wagon and you fall off. So yeah, it started off on the water cart, and then it went to on the water wagon. Once those things started to die off, you didn't see them anymore, the water carts, then it just became on the wagon. So then, if you're on the wagon, that means you're not drinking, or it's also been bastardized to mean you could use it for, I'm on the wagon with opioids, or, I'm on the wagon with, my sex addiction. You could translate it to anything, really. Make it your own. So on the wagon means abstinence or recovery of a substance or behavior, and then falling off the wagon, or I fell off the wagon. What does that mean? It means you've returned to active alcohol use or drug use or whatever behavior use after a period of abstinence. So that's the origin of the phrase, fell off the wagon.